It's the art book showdown. Mary Blair versus Mary Blair. So we have done reviews of both of these books before. This is Magic Color Flair, The World of Mary Blair.
And this is The Art and Flair of Mary Blair, An Appreciation.
So the books are different, but they're also very much the same. They tell about the life of Mary Blair, and they obviously have a lot of her art. Magic Color Flair is the catalog of the Mary Blair art exhibit that is currently running at the Walt Disney Family Museum. So any piece of art that was in that exhibit is in here. Basically, if you didn't get to go, this is like you going to the exhibit and seeing it yourself, or if you did go and you want to remember it forever, you buy this book. This book, on the other hand, is unrelated to any art exhibit, and as a result, any art piece basically could make its way into this. So you're going to see some different things in here that you won't see in here, but obviously there's a lot of overlap. There's a few different pieces in each.
One different thing that this one has that the other one doesn't is a lot more biographical information. For example, I wasn't super familiar with the life and stories of Mary Blair. I knew of her art, but I hadn't just known about her. I felt very fulfilled as I was reading this, as finding out more about the person and also her career and the people around her, what was her influences, and it was very well put together. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, this book is 110 pages, while this one is 175. And in this book, the text only comprises about 40 pages, and that's the biographical side. While this one, basically the whole book, it constitutes her life. And so you get a lot more in-depth discussion about her. While this one, you get a brief history of Mary Blair, and then the rest is literally page after page after page of all art. I would say this one has more art than this one. Obviously, you can tell just by looking at the sizes. This one is bigger. It has a lot of full-size, full-frame pictures and shots, which I liked because it really, you could sit there and look and examine the art more. And this one actually kind of, since it was about the exhibit per se, less so Mary Blair, it breaks down like pieces of art as if you were sitting there with a curator, you know, and so you're talking about composition of this piece and, you know, inspiration. And that didn't so much go into the other one, the Art and Flair book, wasn't so much breaking down the pieces, but more just talking about her.
Right. I felt like Magic Color Flair, The World of Mary Blair, was more of a coffee table book. And then this one, I feel the Art and Flair of Mary Blair, An Appreciation, is more of an actual read.
Yeah.
So basically, for me, I liked this one better.
Which is funny because I liked this one better.
Because the reason I liked this one is because I felt, you know, Mary Blair has a lot of really great pieces and her style is so well, everybody loves Mary Blair and looks at her as such an icon in the animation industry, she's had such a legacy. But I felt like I learned more about her here, and I'm not the biggest fan of her work, as like I wouldn't want to line my walls with her work. I'm sorry. But I appreciate it for what it is and for her influence that she's had. I appreciate the person and her career. So that's why I chose this one.
Well, I also appreciate the person and her career, but also her art, which is basically encapsulated in this book, along with that one. But I just thought this one was just so vibrant and colorful. I liked seeing the art more so than the story. I did like the little snippet that I got to learn about her, but in this book, Magic Color Flair, it was more about the art, which, you know, I'm all about the art.
Yeah.
So should you buy both of these books? No. There's going to be a lot of overlap where I think once you read one, you're not going to be as into the other one. And that may be one reason why I didn't like this book as much, because this was the one I read first. And so by the time I got to that one, there really wasn't that much added bonus. So if you have to pick one, if you want art, here. If you want history and the person, here. And of course, you can buy these books on Amazon using our Amazon affiliate link. Or if you just forgot the link or you're too lazy to click, you can go to the show notes below or rotoscopers.com/Amazon.
So let us know which ones that you want to buy. We want to kind of see which one won.
Thumbs up if you like Mary Blair, and be sure to subscribe for more amazing art book reviews.
Until next time, my name is Chelsea Robson.
And I'm Morgan Stradling.
And you're watching
the Rotoscopers
YouTube.